Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day practice question. Question was, what is the American Fall Brood or AFB? Spring tide in California, world's largest wildflower, species of bamboo, or a bacterial disease of honeybees? The correct answer is option D, a bacterial disease of honeybees. The United States Department of Agriculture or USDA has granted a conditional license for a vaccine for honeybees to curb AFB, a fatal bacterial disease for the insect recently. Hence, option D is correct. AFB is caused by the spore-forming bacterium Pinebacillus larvae. Infected broods usually die at the pre-pupal or pupal stage. It is not a stress-related disease and can infect the strongest to the weakest colony in an apiary. Heavy infections can affect most of the brood, severely weakening the colony and eventually killing it. The disease cannot be cured, meaning that the destruction of infected colonies and hives or irradiation of infected material is the only way to manage AFB. The first such vaccine developed by biotechnology company Dalan Animal Health gives hope of a new weapon against diseases that routinely ravage colonies relied upon for food pollination. Majority of the answers in the comment section were correct. Keep answering like this. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, in the context of global geopolitics, the Senkaku Islands are situated in which of the following water bodies? South China Sea, East China Sea, Black Sea, or Caspian Sea? The correct answer is option B, East China Sea. Recently, Japan has decided to enhance security near its territorial waters amid the increasing presence of Chinese vessels in and around the waters near Senkaku Island. The Senkaku Islands are an uninhabited group of islands situated in the East China Sea. Hence, option B is correct. The total land area of all the islands is roughly 6.3 square kilometers, with the largest, Outsuri Island, being some 3.6 square kilometers in size. The Senkakus consist of conglomerate sandstone, tuff, andesitic lava, coral outcroppings elevated above sea level during the Holocene era, and other rocky material. The surrounding area is highly volcanic and features faults associated with this volcanic activity, and this affects land formation. It is currently controlled by Japan. It is known as Diao Islands in China. Next question is, Madhav Narayan festival is celebrated in Nepal, Mauritius, USA, or India? The correct answer is option A, Nepal. Hindu devotees begin month-long fasting for the Madhav Narayan festival in Nepal recently. Nepalese Hindu devotees perform a ritual during Madhav Narayan festival in Bhaktapur, Nepal. Hence, option A is correct. Devotees warm themselves around the fire after taking a holy dip in the Hanumante river during the festival. Unmarried women pray to find a good husband, while those married pray for the longevity of their husbands by observing a month-long fast. A devotee prostrates on the ground outside the temple as part of performing a ritual. Hanumante river is the tributary of the Bagmati river. Next question is, which of the following best describes the Sagol Kangjei? Folk dance in Sikkim, martial art in Tripura, folk music in Mizoram, or polo-like game in Manipur? The correct answer is option D, polo-like game in Manipur. Recently, the Union Home Minister inaugurated a 122-foot tall statue of a polo player astride a Manipur pony in Imphal. It is believed that Sagol Kangjei, the modern-day polo game, originated in Manipur. Hence, option D is correct. In Sagol Kangjei, players ride horses, specifically the Manipur ponies, which are referenced in records dating back to the 14th century. The Manipur pony is one of 5 recognized equine breeds of India and has a powerful cultural significance for Manipuri society. The Marjing Polo Complex has been developed as a way to conserve the Manipur pony. The Manipur pony features in mythological stories and is celebrated in oral tradition, ballads, and rituals. Historically an important part of Manipuri armies, it is used only for cavalry, rituals and sport, not for working as a draught animal. Next question is, with reference to Indian environment and ecology, the Deepore Beel is referred as species of perennial shrubs, freshwater lake, mountain range or coral reefs. The correct answer is option B, freshwater lake. The bird count in Assam's Deepore Beel revealed greater species diversity and an increase in the total number of species. Deepore Beel is a huge water body on the southwestern edge of Guwahati city. Originally, it was connected to the Brahmaputra river, but that connection closed over time. It is the largest water body for wild elephants residing in the nearby forest regions as it adjoins the Rani Reserve Forest. It is the freshwater lake and the sole Ramsar site of Assam. Hence, option B is correct. The Ramsar Convention on Wetlands is an international treaty and is named after Ramsar in Iran, where it was signed in 1971. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the cloud forest. 1. Only 25 countries hold 90% of the world's cloud forest. 2. These forests are on top of tropical mountains. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are not correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. That is, both the statements are correct. As per a report, a cloud forest bond will incentivize governments to protect their cloud forest. Cloud forests that are on top of tropical mountains are largely shrouded in mist. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Cloud forests which occupy a limited area are under great threat and their hydrological function is of existential value to millions of people living downstream. Just 25 countries hold 90% of the world's cloud forests that capture moisture from the air, providing fresh and clean water to people and industries below. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option D is correct. These countries have around 979 hydropower dams and around half of them use water from the cloud forest. The report proposes to mobilize financing for cloud forest protection through payment schemes under which hydropower projects and other industrial water users benefiting from cloud forest pay for this service. These bonds will allow developing countries to improve their debt position and fund the creation of new long-term income streams from services provided by nature. Next question is, consider the following countries. 1. Libya, 2. Eritrea, 3. Ethiopia. Which of the above given countries borders Sudan? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Recently, India deployed a platoon of women peacekeepers in Abyei on the border of Sudan and South Sudan. It is a part of the Indian battalion in the United Nations Interim Security Force. This is India's largest single unit of women peacekeepers in a UN mission. The UN had requested member states to deploy female engagement teams with infantry battalion groups in UN missions. They will deal with situations involving women and children who suffer the most in a conflict situation. Sudan is a country located in northeastern Africa. The country became independent in 1956. Sudan's capital, Khartoum, is located roughly in the center of the country at the junction of the Blue Nile and White Nile rivers. Sudan is bounded on the north by Egypt, east by the Red Sea, Eritrea and Ethiopia, south by South Sudan, west by the Central African Republic and Chad, and northwest by Libya. Hence, option D is correct. Next question is, Zojila Pass was recently in news. It provides a vital link between Sikkim and West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh and Lhasa, Ladakh and the Kashmir Valley, or Uttarakhand and Tibet. The correct answer is option C, Ladakh and the Kashmir Valley. Recently, Border Roads Organization or BRO have made history once again by keeping Zojila open up to January 6, 2023. In spite of heavy snowfall at Zojila, BRO with relentless effort under Project Beacon ensured opening of the pass and facilitated connectivity to Ladakh region. Zojila is a high mountain pass located in the Kargil district of Ladakh. The pass links Leh and Srinagar and provides an important link between Union territories of Ladakh and Kashmir. Zojila is known as the mountain pass of blizzards. In 2018, the Zojila Tunnel project was launched. The tunnel is Asia's longest and strategic bi-directional tunnel, which would provide all-weather connectivity between Srinagar, Kargil and Leh. Hence, option C is correct. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding gross domestic product or GDP and gross value added or GVA. 1. GDP measures the total value of goods and services produced in an economy and the amount of value added to a product. 2. GVA is the total market value of all finished goods and services produced within a country's borders within a specific period of time. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. That is, both the statements are incorrect. India's gross domestic product or GDP growth is projected to slip to 7% in the current fiscal ending March 2023 owing to weak demand. This is the official estimate released by National Statistical Office or NSO, which was published recently. The total market value of all finished goods and services produced within a country's borders within a specific period of time is called its gross domestic product or GDP. It is a comprehensive measure of the country's economic health expressed in terms of the overall domestic production and functions. The GDP of a country includes all private and public consumption, government outlays, investments, additions to private inventories, paid in construction cost, and a foreign balance of trade. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The GVA measures the total value of goods and services produced in an economy and the amount of value added to a product. It is defined as the output produced after the deduction of the intermediate value of consumption. The GVA in India is measured at basic prices. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Therefore, option D is correct. Next question is, census is mentioned in which of the following list of the 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution? Union list, concurrent list, state list, or both B and C? The correct answer is option A, Union list. Recently, the decennial census exercise has been postponed till September 2023. The last census was held in 2011. Article 246 of the Indian Constitution states that the powers between the state and the union are divided into 3 lists: the state list, the union list, and the concurrent list. Parliament has exclusive power to make laws with respect to any of the matters enumerated in List 1 in the 7th schedule, that is, Union list. Census is mentioned in the entry 69 of the Union list. Hence, option A is correct. Last question is, what is the theme of 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas 2023? Contributing to Atmanirbhar Bharat, role of Indian diaspora in building a new India, Diaspora Reliable Partners for India's Progress in Amrit Kal, or Apna Bharat, Apna Gaurav. The correct answer is option C, Diaspora Reliable Partners for India's Progress in Amrit Kal. The Prime Minister of India will inaugurate the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas on January 9 in Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Guyana President Mohammad Irfan Ali and the special guest of honor, Suriname's President Chandrika Prasad Santokhi, will also be there. The theme of this PBD convention is Diaspora Reliable Partners for India's Progress in Amrit Kal. Hence, option C is correct. Over 3,500 diaspora members from nearly 70 different countries have registered for the PBD convention. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas or PBD is observed on 9 January every year by India to mark the contribution of the overseas Indian community towards the development of India. The day commemorates the return of Mahatma Gandhi from South Africa to Mumbai on 9 January 1915. Now it's time for the practice question. The first meeting of Financial Inclusion Working Group is scheduled to be held in which of the following cities? Indore, Kolkata, Lucknow, or Nagpur? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.